and this is the part that we'll be replacing today. So let's get started. All right, guys, well, it looks like I have an engine light come on. Something's thrown a code. Check that code real quick and see what we got going. So it's a P0128 code, which, looking that up on the internet, it looks like I need to replace my thermostat. So we're gonna do that today. Let's remove the engine cover. Set that aside. And we're gonna have to remove this, the cold air intake. I'm sure there's a sensor here underneath, so we'll get that process started now too. Okay, so that's the part we're going to be replacing, and it looks like it might be cracked or something because I was able to pull this off of it, and you can kind of see in there what might be going on. So let's get this little thing going. Let's get it replaced. Okay, so as you can see, there's two bolts there, and they're both 10 millimeters, so we're gonna have to remove those and remove that clamp. Now this is where you're gonna probably dump some antifreeze, and so let's see if we can put something under there to catch all the antifreeze that's gonna spill out. So I'll go look for something and see what we can do there. So this is what I did. I just found some old Tupperware that we're not using, and I kind of wedged it in there, and it's just sitting in there. Hopefully it's stable and sturdy enough to catch the antifreeze. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's get to work. Okay, so out with the old and in with the new. Also, I did end up putting a pan underneath to catch some excess coolant. Obviously I didn't catch it all, but I'll wash that off with the power washer when I'm done. But it's probably a good idea to put something underneath and just get as much as you can. I can't tell if it's cracked by looking at it, but either way it's gone bad, so we'll go ahead and start replacing that too. This is the new thermostat we'll be installing right now. go. So you want to remember to remove the old rubber liner there, the old rubber seal here. The new thermostat does come with the new one there, as you see, and so we'll just plug it in now, get the 10mm bolts back in, and we should be back in business hopefully. Anyway, there's pretty much the gist of replacing the thermostat. It's not that hard, it's not that big of a deal, it looks like. Now keep in mind, these are plastic, these thermostats, so you don't want to tighten too much, over tighten. You just want to get it in there snug. And that should do it. What we got to do now is replace the coolant that we spilled. So by doing that, technically we want to prime the system. So let's get everything back together first, and we'll get the engine running and try to get the engine primed a little bit with the new coolant, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I got it all installed. Took it on a test drive, reset the code, and we shall see if the light stays on. One thing I didn't show you guys was basically putting everything back together, and the next step to reset the code. So with my Alpine stereo, this comes with the code reader. It plugs into your OBD2 port. And one of the things you have the options with is you're able to go into the system, and if there's an error code, which I think I showed you at the beginning of the video, you're able to click on that, and then without starting the vehicle, you put it in past accessory, which is, I believe is engine start, without starting the vehicle, and then you're able to reset the code, and you turn it back off and you run it again, and then you turn it on and you see if it actually got rid of the code or not. And it looks like so far so good. Like I said, I'm going to drive it for about 20 miles and see what I get out of it, but hopefully that did the trick. And if so, I appreciate you watching the video, and hopefully this helped you out.